Alright, so here's a review of the 1/50th scale Mercedes-Benz Actros Curtainside trailer. It's produced by NZG, and I'm sure many of you are probably asking, why did I even get this model? Or, why would I get this model? And to be completely honest, I got it for the tractor. Now, the trailer's cool, but in a month or two I could see the trailer just kind of going back into the box. Because I've really, not that I don't like the trailer, because the trailer is nice, but I really don't have anything to do with the trailer or anything like that. I got it for the tractor. Plus I also got them completely free from store credit that I had, so that had a big thing to do with it. Anyway, if you're into truck models, definitely a great model, not going to deny that. The tractor is extremely nice compared to the trailer. It almost seems like they had trailers extra and they just put it on this tractor, because it doesn't even look like they really match, or not match, but it doesn't seem like they go together, because this is so high detailed and this is kind of plain. But anyway, I'm going to start with the tractor to begin with. Now, this is my favorite part of it. I love the look of the tractor. It almost reminds me of one of those race trucks that you see. I don't know the correct term for those, but that's what it reminds me of, and I'm pretty sure these are them. And you don't normally see me buying European trucks, but I had store credit, like I said. So anyway, truck has just pretty much two functions. Tires turn, and they turn a decent amount. Turn left, they turn right, actually. And the fifth wheel works. Does not open or anything, but I think that the detail on the tractor and overall the look of it makes up for it, because even if it did open, when would I really ever open it? So anyway, this is in DTC livery, and the colors are completely awesome. I just wish there was a little more orange on the tractor, but it's not, and that's just the way it is. Can't do anything about it. So anyway, front of the tractor has the Mercedes logo, like you could tell. That's chrome, which is surprising. It also has the grills, which are just indented and they're painted flat black, which looks cool because it gives the appearance that they go through. And then right here, it actually, I don't know if you could see, but it's indented even more, and it doesn't go completely through, but it gives a nice look of it. It almost looks like it does go through. You got the license plate, and it's also got more indentations with the flat black color. You can also see it's got the headlights, which are nice and low. I like that. And the turning signals on the side of the truck. The windshield on the front, very large, so you can see to the inside of the cab. Inside of the cab really isn't too detailed. It's got some big plastic seats, and it's hard to see, but there's the seats and there's the dash, and I don't know what those are. I've never seen those on trucks. Right in the middle of the dash, I don't know what those are, but I've never seen those on American trucks, at least. It's got the steps over here, and steps on the back to get to the back of the truck, and it's got the tires. Tires, as you can tell, the rubber is pretty soft, which I like. I always like whenever the rubber on the tires are soft, because it also gives a nice look to it, and the rims are chrome, which are very cool. Another good thing about it is the steps are actually anti-slip textured, or diamond plate, which is very cool. Unfortunately, the doors do not open, so they're just one big cast, and it's got the vents up top, and I'll get to the top in a second. But the mirrors actually work as mirrors, and they're painted half turquoise and half black on the front, which I think is very cool. Same thing for this side. This side is pretty much the same as the other. So, top of the truck is awesome. It's got a sunroof, or moonroof, whatever you want to call it. It's also got 3 antennas right here, which look like spikes or horns. And it's got the 2 air horns on the side and the 2 antennas, which I think without these up top and the horns and the antennas, this model would look very plain. It's also got the air intake for the air going into the cab. And it's got this, I forget what they call it. But so the wind doesn't hit, it bounces off here and it won't hit the trailer. And it won't hit the top of the trailer. And I think that's a great feature, because I'm pretty sure that doesn't come stock with trucks. But I think that's an awesome feature. I really like that a lot. Back of the cab shows the rest of the ductwork for the intake going into the cab. And it's half flat black down here and half green up top. Here you got the fuel tanks and more anti-slip texture. Now, I wish they would have included a headache rack on this truck, but I guess it's not a, you know, a heavy hauler, so to say, since it's got a dry van on the back. But if it did include a headache rack, it would probably look a little something like this. And it wouldn't be that hard to add, because they sell these headache racks. But that actually may be something that I might look into adding in the future, because it does look very cool with that. And I actually took the trailer off the frame and to make a flap, and I'll tell you how that went later in the review. Fenders for the back tires are plastic, unfortunately. And you got the reverse lights and your brake lights and the European license plate and the fifth wheel, which unfortunately the fifth wheel isn't the best, because it pops off very easily like that. And the way it works is you just push the trailer into it and it somehow locks in, I guess, since it's bigger on the inside. And it isn't the best way, but it's just how they made it, and that's it. That's the end of it. Bottom of it isn't that detailed. I guess it's better than having nothing. Drive shaft. Air tanks, I mean, that's really it. And here's the tires. You could tell the only thing from making them not turn any further is the tie rod is hitting, I guess you would call the axle, or how they attach the axle to the frame. And fuel tanks are chrome. Thought I would add that in. So now the trailer, which I really don't have too much to say about other than suggestions. Trailer, I think detail wise it's heavy, and it's only because what this sits on is all metal. It's basically solid. Now I think what they tried to do here is I don't exactly know everything about these dry van trailers, but if you ever see those ones, they kind of have like the cloth that it could fold up, and it folds in. I think that's what the real one has, because this just doesn't seem right from NZG how they made this, because it's plastic and it almost looks like a cloth and or a curtain. I mean, it says curtainside trailer, so maybe that's what it's for. I really don't know, honestly. If someone could tell me in the comments, please do, because if that's what it is, then they did a great job doing that, because it definitely looks like a curtain. And unfortunately, it is all plastic, except for the doors on the back and right here. I'll go from the bottom up. It's got 3 axles on the back, which is a big plus, because you could tell it's meant for some heavy haulage, or at least in the US. Maybe weight laws are different overseas, but whatever. It's got the 3 axles on the back. They're not really the prettiest things. Not really chrome. They don't look cool. I guess everyone likes chrome. And strangely about it, I guess since it's from another country, they're not dualies, which is strange. And there's not really too much detail to them. I'm sure you could take them off. You also got 2 spare tires over here, which is very cool. Although I'm not a fan of the trailer, I do like that it's 3 axles, and I do like that they give you 2 spares. Outriggers stay in position. They're tall enough to keep the trailer off the ground when it's on the truck, and tall enough to where it doesn't really leave the rear end off the ground if you just put it off the truck. Now, what makes it so heavy is the frame underneath, or all this black underneath, is all metal. And what I actually did was I took off the whole part up here. I don't know what you want to call that. And I tried to make it a flatbed, but it just doesn't look right. It's really not detailed. It's just completely flat, and there's really not much to it. I'm sure you could make it a flatbed though. And another thing that makes me think that that's why it's a curtainside is these little, I guess, tie downs, or I guess that's what they tried to simulate there. But my favorite thing about the trailer is the colors. I think the colors match perfect. And it's got all the detailing and everything like that. This side is pretty much the same, and the back, which is all metal. Another thing that really makes it weigh a lot. And another cool decal. It's also got the license plate and the lights are separate. They're glued in there, so they look very, very well. They look very good, I should say, or they're well representation. The top, it's kind of got like this framework, and then it like this kind of dampers in, which is another thing why I think it's curtain. And show you how it attaches to the fifth wheel. It pretty much just locks right in, and the fifth wheel will hold it. And I think that's a very nice looking model. I actually have two of them. I'm not going to show the other trailer because you already know what the trailer looks like, and it'd be too hard to bring over here. But I have two of these. They're extremely nice models, I have to say. I think they retail, I don't know how much they retail for. I know you can get it from diecastmodels.co for 90 bucks. Very reasonable. Not so reasonable if you collect like a strict crane collection or construction model collection, because it's probably going to feel like you're going to get ripped off, because you're probably not going to have much use for it. But if you collect a lot of trucks and you're into trucks, great model. It's just a very nice model overall. You'll be very happy with the tractor, very happy with the 3 axles on the back, and the color is what really sets it off a lot. So, thanks for watching the review, guys. I never thought I'd get this model, and I'm definitely happy with it. So, thanks for watching again.